The market channels its inner hippie and continues to get higher. Is there a top in sight? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we were talking about the fact that after a little bit of a bounce, we were looking for the bears to follow through to the downside, and that did not happen as they weren't able to hold the resistance, and the bulls pushed up to a slightly higher high before selling a little bit into the close. Now the theme remains the same. Until support breaks, pressure remains up. I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, with the move higher, it does change our counts just a little bit, so let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. As you can see, they brought it down on Friday, failed to push down in the overnights, and then in the regular trading hours did make a slightly new high here before pulling back a little bit at the close. And overall, as I said in the intro, the theme remains the same. As long as they are holding support, pressure remains up. So what is our support level and what's our upside target to the next fib? We talked about this on Friday. 45.85 would be the next fib up to the 46.05 area. That would be the next target for the ES to the upside to complete that move. And then we would look for a pullback from there. And then again, the degree of that pullback and if it can break support would tell the story. If they, however, spiked a high here just to get a spike high for a fifth and now are on their way down, they're going to want to break through 45.3550 to the downside. If they can break through 45.3550, that would be the first step, and then the overnight low from Sunday at 45.27 would be the second level. Breaking through those two levels would be the first sign of a bigger pullback. The next thing they would need to do is break this wave 2 level right here at 44.11, and then on down to break this bigger wave 4 at 43.68. So they have a lot of work to do, long way to the downside to go. This is an overlapping and very sloppy structure, so I do think that once we get some momentum to the downside, it will snowball pretty quickly, and we should see some aggressive selling to the downside, even if that selling is going to hold our bullish fib. So even if they're going to come down in a bullish sense and come back up toward all-time highs, I still would expect some aggressive selling just based on all the overlap in the overall structure off of the low. So that kind of move may not be as structurally sound in the downside. It may be more kind of straight line-ish, and then you get a 4 or 5 to kind of say, hey, this is where that particular part of the move is going to end. So just keep an eye on that. It should look like momentum selling. All of this stuff where they kind of spike down and hold support and bounce shouldn't be the case. They should be able to get down to support, grind it, break through, and then really push hard to the downside. Over on the NASDAQ. So on the NASDAQ, they actually came up a little short on wave 3 of the 15.880 fib we had up here. And then they spiked that today, and then they pulled back. So we'd be looking at this as wave 3, 4, and then 5. And we could still see one more push higher, and they would target around 16,000 to the upside if they do want to try to push this up and break out to the upside again. To the downside, again, until they break support, pressure remains up. So where is support? The first level of support is going to come in at 15,707. Then they need to break the overnight low from Sunday night. And then they need to push down much further and break this low down here at 15,345. So 15,707, the overnight low from Sunday, and then the low back here would be the support levels. 15,343 is that level, would be the levels we'd be looking to break to the downside. Again, the NASDAQ is a very overlapping structure in this last push as well, so we would expect accelerated selling. They may accelerate down to this area and then break through, and then more accelerated selling after that, even if it's going to be a bullish pullback. So just remember, because of the nature of ending diagonals, we would look for a pretty sharp sell-off once momentum does get started to the downside. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It will take you right over to the webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans that are monthly plans that come with a 7-day free trial, as well as our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course, which can be purchased a la carte. And this course is helping traders learn and understand the market. It is 25 videos of how to break down the market in Elliott Wave fashion. I give you the introduction as well as mindset and understanding, the chart setup and tools so you can understand how this works, as well as the Elliott Wave for Beginners area where we go through each wave, how it works, where it fails, all the different things you need to know to finally understand the market and ignore the news. So this course, as you can see from the testimonials, is helping traders trade right now and understand the market and do well. And the really cool thing is that it comes included in both monthly plans. So you can get it on its own if you don't want to be a monthly member, but if you do, it is included in both monthly plans, and you would get it in there. So in my first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts and what to expect, as well as the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. Something you kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he's trading mini ES futures, putting $4,000 into an account, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, key takeaways for today. Until they break support, pressure remains up. That is the theme to remember. To the downside, support comes in at 45.35, then the overnight low from Sunday, which is around 45.27, and then this low down here at 44.11. To the upside, if they want to continue to push, 45.85 to 46.05 is your next target. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of setup. If they're going to pull back, they need to break support at 15.707, then the overnight low from Sunday at around 15.661, and then all the way down here to the 15.350.35 area. Guys, that is your market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.